This channel is dedicated to noise, words, and images. This is not a Linux channel. If you're looking for a Linux channel, please do not subscribe because this isn't it. I use and run Linux exclusively 99% of the time, and you will probably see Linux here. However, this channel is not to promote or advertise Linux in any way, shape, or form. It is just simply the operating system I choose to use. If you wish to learn about Linux, go to another channel. This isn't the one. Do not subscribe if you're after Linux. This channel is solely concerned with noise, words, and images, vlogs, poems, music, chit-chat, and maybe a little bit of art. This is not a Linux channel. So, hello, I'm doing a Linux video again. It's been a while, hasn't it? So on the 10th of June, Debian 12 Bookworm is going to officially land. So that's just about a month from now. And with that in mind, the people over at MX Linux have been working on the next edition, and that is MX23 Libretto. This is the Alpha2 of MX23 Libretto, based upon Debian 12 Bookworm. So let's have a little look around. This is the live session, of course. I'm not going to install an alpha on my main machine. As good as I know the MX to be, I'm not going to do that. First thing I noticed is one snazzy wallpaper. That's pretty good, and there's the proof of the alphaness. And this, yeah. The crossed palm trees in front of pyramids, I thought I'd done that for a previous wallpaper submission a while back, but I didn't sort of pull it off quite as well as this. I don't think. Or maybe this is what I did. I don't know. It looks familiar. Yeah, because I duplicated the tree and mirrored the leaf. I don't know, might be mine, but it's been recoloured. Okay. The boot splash screen is still my wallpaper that I submitted a few releases back. So I'm always, stoked to see that. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so anyway, enough. So we've got the about. There we go. A little bit of information. A little bit of system report on the computer it's being run on. There we go. It's the i7-4770. It's a 4th generation i7. So, MX23, Debian 12, supported until June 2028. Okay. And I'm a fool because I wanted to install Simple Screen Recorder, and then it goes, MX Package Installer, you need to enter the password. I thought, damn, what is the password? So I looked in the FAQ and I looked in the MX user manual, and of course it's just written down here straight away on the welcome screen. Far be it for me to actually look at the information provided, eh? So here's the welcome screen. You get the FAQ, you get the user's manual, which are there on your desktop and will remain on your desktop should you install it. You get a link to the wiki. You go to the tools. Fantastic, with the live USB kernel updater. Oh yeah, update the kernel on a live system. How's that? The live USB maker, which is absolutely fantastic. Live persistence and remastering tools. Ooh, that might be worth having a look at. Troop rescue scan, disk manager, fine. Job scheduler, boot options, boot repair, disk cleanup, user manager, Samba config, the about, your bash config, NVIDIA driver installer, your Conky controls, codec installer, important to do. All the usual goodies that you would normally get. You get the iDevice mounter, so you can connect up your iPhone. Top blooming notch. And then you got MX Tweak, so you can change your where your panel is, whether you have it displayed vertically on the left or the right or the bottom. Yeah, got to click apply for that one. There we go, there it is down the bottom or the top. Bingo. And then let's stick it back on the left there, so you can choose where that goes, so on and so forth. You could use theme changer. My God, you got a choice. You got a lot of different themes. So this is MX Comfort, MX Comfort Dark, Greybird, Blackbird. Oh my God. Oh, fantastic. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Blackbird's an old GTK 2.1, I think, and it was a little bit not always available, not always findable, but it's one of the default install ones. Fantastic. Okay. You can go to your compositor, which will allow you to add transparency to windows and so forth. I'm not going to go into that now. If you know your if you know your XFCE, you know about that already. Display tweaks, GTK scaling. Now, did you see a little slider there for a minute? Wonder where that went. Config options, single click. Oh, they do love the single click. I hate it. Alright, okay. Enable kernel sandbox. That's pretty cool. Okay, so there's your tweak. Shortcut to the forums, shortcut to the videos by the amazing Mr. Dolphin Oracle. Run with the Dolphin. You can contribute a list of popular apps. Now this will open MX Package Installer, I'm sure. Okay, demo. Yep, there you go, MX Package Installer, which defaults to the normal repos. You can draw stuff from the MX test repo or Debian backports or your Flatpaks, but you will rarely need to. Okay, and then there's a quick tour, which if you're that interested in this, you will do yourself. Dolphin, is this mine? I'm not sure. I would remember knocking the top off that pyramid, but these don't half look familiar. Anyway. Okay, let's have a look, see what you actually get. So on your panel, there's your logout, which gives you all the options for logging out, restarting, changing the user, etc. Blah blah blah. Shortcut to your Firefox web browser, shortcut to your Thunau file manager. Boom, boom, boom. There it all is. Nice as nice. Oh, and yeah, about. So it's Thunau 418. Oh, that's a point. Oh yeah, I like the new menu icon as well. That's nice. That's harking back to Mepis again. It's nice. It's about XFCE. So yeah, it's XFCE 418 using GTK 3.24.37. There you go. Yeah, and it's still calling itself Debian Bookworm. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, and then you've got your open apps, which appear as just buttons, which is nice. You've got your volume control there. You've got your networking. You've got your, what is this? Clipboard? Oh yeah. Clipman, okay. That's because I'm using Simple Screen Recorder. There's your update manager. I'm not going to click it because I don't need to update a live system. To unmount USBs, which would be a little bit silly at the minute because I'm currently running off that one. And the power manager. And then of course your desktop switcher. You're given 2 by default. You can change that up to as many as you like. Okay. Very, very quickly, because you get an awful lot. So I'm going to run these off, and notable ones I'll spend some time with. Probably I'll spend some time with the Conky manager. Conky is this little display up here, which tells you about how much of the hard drive you're using, how much of the memory, how much of the CPU. First off, you've got a Conky toggle where you can just turn it off or back on. There we go. Okay, so let's go to Conky manager. Basically what you do here is you are choosing your Conky. If I can just grab that bottom edge there. Yeah, okay. They give you a lot. A lot. So there's another one, look. There's the one we've currently got. So it's Koan Tangram. Quite why they've called it Tangram, I don't know. But that's what it is, because there's the one we've just chosen. Again, different ones will give you different bits of information on your machine, the power it's using, the processes that are running, so forth, and like your network, up and down statistics, all sorts of stuff, or just very little. Okay, so yeah, that's the date of the ISO, April 7th. Geeky Tower. So there you see, like, tells you about the kernel, the operating system, time and date, how much RAM, how much CPU, how much swap, Ethernet up and down, nothing, because I'm not currently doing anything online. So yeah, these are all various different displays of information that you can have on your desktop if you wish, or not if you don't wish. Completely optional, and you know, looks really techy, but I mean, if you've got a window open, it's not much use, is it? Okay, this is going to draw stuff in a minute, I would hope. Yeah, circles, there you go. So that gives you a graphical representation of the amount of work your CPU's doing, your RAM's doing, how much of your root has been took up, how much of your home partition has been took off, and there's your network again, up and down. So anyway, there's loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of Conkys, all on the disk, right there waiting for you. Okay, it's going to take a while if we keep doing this. Featherpad is a lightweight Qt text editor. Pretty neat, actually. Pretty neat. Qt means it's basically from the KDE and Plasma, and that's stable. Basically uses the same toolkits that they were made for that not operating system, desktop environment. Most of the stuff on XFCE would be GTK based. You've got your calculator, which I think comes over from the Mate desktop. GTK hash for calculate message digests or checksums of particular things like ISOs for checking those. You've got your iDevice mounter, which we've mentioned before, your greeter settings, your lucky backup, menu editor, Midnight Commander file manager. Pretty good. This is dual pane ncurses based file manager, I believe. There you go. Looks like the old school DOS file managers. This isn't the default one, obviously. The default one is Thunar, as we've seen. But a lot of techie types like that one. Okay, you've got your MX Updater, which is this little doodad here as well. Shortcut to your notes. On-screen keyboard. Passwords and keys. Take a screenshot. Sensor viewer. Task manager. Under development, you've got Genie, which is another notepad, but particularly good for coding. You've got an icon browser. Never did understand why that was installed on any operating system, but there we go. Here's the games you get with it. You get a breakout game, you get a mahjong game, you get a Peggy jump pegs to eliminate them game, okay, and Swellfoop, which is pretty cool. Again, have a look yourself. Like, You've got a document scanner, you've got G-Thumb for looking at your photographs, you've got Las Paint for your paint program, and you've got LibreOffice Draw. So you've got your basic graphical demands all taken care of there with, it's not GIMP and this isn't Inkscape, but they'll do at a push. And you can get both of GIMP and Inkscape in the package installer. All very good. Firefox. Okay, we've seen that. MX Viewer, basic document viewer and browser. Now, is that for PDFs? I guess it would be. There's your Thunderbird for your offline emailing. And Transmission BitTorrent client for downloading your new ISOs and nothing else. Under Multimedia, by default, you get the Alpha Mixer volume control. You get a Sunder CD Ripper for ripping them CDs. You've got an MTP client for MP3 players. I'm not sure how needed they are anymore, but you've got Pavu control, so you can adjust the volume of your microphone, speakers, and various other things. Simple screen recorder you don't get. I installed that from the MX package installer. Strawberry. Now, that is like Clementine music player, but without all the rubbish. I'm glad they've gone to that rather than Clementine. Strawberry is far better, a little bit lighter, all the same functionality, but less of the bloat. VLC media player, you've got to have. It's a must-have. Webcamoid, take photos and record videos with your webcam. I'd demonstrate that, but I've not got a camera attached to this desktop at the moment. XF Burn for burning CDs. Who does that anymore? So here's your MX tools with your About MX, your Brightness sys-tray, Truth Rescue Scan, Deb installer. So if you download a .deb file from an off repository site, this will install it for you and hopefully go looking for any dependencies it might need. There's your disk manager, format USB, iDevice mounter, once again, job scheduler, live USB kernel updater, which we've seen before, and MX boot options. And the boot repair, the cleanup, the codecs installer, MX Conky, blah blah blah. We've seen all these in the welcome screen. Under Office, Foliate for viewing your ebooks. You've got LibreOffice Base. They've kept the database on. Good. I hate to see LibreOffice with parts missing, and they haven't got parts missing. Nice one. So you've got Base for your database, Calc for your spreadsheets, Draw for doing your little drawings, Impress for you doing presentations, LibreOffice Math for formulas and equations, the Start Center, which I call the hub, which basically you just load that up and it will load it will show all your previous documents regardless of which piece of LibreOffice they were created in. And so you can just literally use that as a jumping off point if you want to open a LibreOffice Impress file that you made the week before last. Go there and you can launch it and it will launch Impress to open it. Okay, and Writer, which is a damn good word processor. Then you've got the Orage Calendar, PDF Arranger, PDF merging, rearranging, splitting, rotating and cropping, QPDF View, a tabbed document viewer using Qt and the Poplar library. Then you've got all your settings. Now this ad block is top notch. Okay. So this basically adjusts your hosts file, which basically is what your browser will allow you to view on the internet. So you can automatically with this block ad and malware websites to stop them if they've got a little cookie inserted into a website. That will stop that. Block pornographic websites, block gambling websites, block fake news websites. Brilliant. Block social media websites. In other words, stop Facebook tracking you. Facebook tracks everyone that it possibly can. Whether they're on Facebook or not, it follows everyone around the web. So you can block them too. And that will block YouTube and so forth as well. So this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. More distros should have this. Because you stop getting bombarded with all the bleeding adverts then. So okay, it's based on the up and coming Debian Bookworm. Shall we have a look at the wallpapers and be really corny? There's just the one. It's an alpha, dummy. Alright, that's it. I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be rather nice.